Hi Sagittarius, welcome to Barefoot Mama Intuitive Reading. This is your love reading for June. Thanks for being here. If you're not dealing with anybody, this could talk about self-love or loving your family or with your friends. So if you want to enter to win a free reading on 7/7, put free reading in the comments. I'll announce the winner on that day. You can join my Patreon for $5.55 a month. It's free for the first week, and I just post a couple of readings there a month, like 2 or 3. And so it's a good way to support the channel. You can also support the channel through my Cash App or the super thanks or memberships. So thanks for being here. Let's go. All right, so I'm hearing coming through loud and clear. That's good. Spirit, please protect this reading. Send any negative energy back to sender, transmuted tenfold for the greatest good of all and harm to none. Archangel Michael, please bring clear, concise messages through for my Sagittarius collective. And Mother Mary, please bring compassion to these messages. I'm going to call on Kali as well, please, to cut any negative energy cords or energy cords to things in the past that no longer serve our highest being. Send those energies along to the next plane of existence where they can complete their karma and burn any karma sticks associated with those connections. Thank you. The Council of Light. Oh, wow. Okay. Cool. It came out reversed. Card number 11. You might be a December 11th Sagittarius. Or you might be a November Sagittarius. Sagittarius Scorpio cusper. Let's see. You may have also had an encounter with the Council of Light when you were 11. The Council are the luminous beings who hold the collective wisdom of humanity. They're the ones before whom you will do your life review when you cross into the world of spirit. A life review is when we place our good and our bad deeds on a divine scale and attempt to explain why we did not love or forgive or dare as greatly as we might have. Know that their wisdom is available to you at all times when you live in a state of yes, in an unconditional relationship with life. They remind you of your place around a sacred fire, which has been reserved for you since the beginning of time. You will claim it when you own your inner wisdom. The medicine is you are never alone. Turn to the council to find the guidance you seek, and listen to the voice that arises spontaneously. Turn a deaf ear to that nagging voice from your ego that tells you that you are not up for the task before you. Create a spiritual feast for the council. Invite them to your altar every time you meditate or pray. Whoa. So I haven't really been using the Shaman Oracle deck in terms of the love readings, but I was especially drawn to it for your reading. And I feel perhaps that you might be more interested in your spirituality at this time than in love. Like you might actually be practicing celibacy or asceticism in some way. You might just very well be in hermit mode. You are never alone to me indicates that, yeah, you're receiving love from the divine right now in the 5D. Okay, let's talk about you. Where are you at? I'm using the Mushroom Hunter's Tarot by Joe Buckley for this. 3 of Wands. Turkey Tail. You could be waiting for your ships to come in. Turkey Tail is what kind of, it's a adaptogen, I think. And it's one of the easiest like mushrooms to identify. None of the shelf mushrooms that look like it are poisonous, so it's like a good beginner's mushroom. I do want to read specifically what this has to say about it. Aptly named, this small polypore mushroom closely resembles the tail of a turkey in both color and shape. It's hard not to stop and admire their colors when coming across a cluster on a log, stump, or tree. Adding to their beauty, older specimens may have concentric stripes of green due to the algae that often grows on their surface. Turkey tail is believed to stimulate the immune system and can be dried and used in tea. Have you come across this mushroom on a hike? Break off a piece and use it as a natural chewing gum. Strength, effort, progress, and expansion. Okay. So you might be experiencing something with your immune system, especially with the Council of Light here. Like, you might be really encountering how your thoughts or your mind influences your physiology. Five of Wands. What is this? I think this is the Devil's Stinkhorn. It has this like little net around it, and then I don't, or no, the coral. I don't know this one. I don't remember this one very well. Devil's fingers. Okay. Often found in leaf litter or mulch, this unusual mushroom looks like something straight out of science fiction. First appearing as an egg, this early stage is shortly followed by red octopus like arms unfurling up and outward. In maturity, it smells of rotting flesh. You're likely to smell it long before you see it. Its putrid scent is not meant to keep us away, but instead to attract flies, which will spread its pores across greater distances. Conflict, competition, and disagreements. Lots of fire in your energy, Sagittarius, which makes sense. You're a fire sign. Two of Cups reverse. Wow. All right. Sagittarius is not playing. You are not about it. Two of Cups reverse. You're like, oh, I'm good. I think these are cremini mushrooms. You're, I don't know, you don't want the drama. You are like prioritizing your peace, especially if you're dealing with something health wise or in concern with your health. um, you might be spending a lot more time in nature, and you might be spending a lot more time with your guides, or in meditation. The romantic aspect of love is not on your agenda in any way, shape, or form, whoever I'm talking to. So if you're interested in somebody, this might not be your reading, but we'll see. What about your person? The World? Wow, Ace of Pentacles, Eight of Wands. Holy moly. This is incredible because these are all really good cards. You have the World ending out a cycle, any toxic cycles, any karmic cycles, or any BS you've been dealing with in love previously. You have the Ace of Pentacles, and you have Witch's Butter, the Eight of Wands. Look at, that's cute. It's growing on all these witches' brooms that are flying. Witch's Butter is interesting. You can eat it like as an egg replacement in egg drop soup, and you can eat it just raw as it is, and it's supposed to be good for asthma, like clearing the airways. So you might be like meditating, doing breath work. I almost feel like this Ace of Pentacles is like a psychic gift that you're given from the divine for going through this process of like of celibacy or clearing out, or maybe you had like an addiction to love for a while, and to romantic love or partnership, and you're sort of like, no, that's not, I've got to close that cycle out. And so the divine is rewarding you for doing that. I'd like to read more about it. So the honey fungus is the World. Here we have Armillaria ostoye, the most common variety of honey mushroom in the western United States. One specimen in Oregon is famously known as the humongous fungus, the world's largest living organism. The fungus is believed to cover 2,400 acres and weigh 3,500 tons. Whoa. It is estimated to be over 8,000 years old. While most fungi grow underground as mycelia with delicate cottony threads, honey mushrooms can grow thick, root-like rhizomorphs, allowing the fungus to reach out for miles in search of wood to eat. We only see the tiniest fraction of its mass. Though honey mushrooms are considered terrible parasites for trees, they are nature's way of governing landscapes, encouraging change, and turning forests into meadows. It's only because of our own overwhelming contribution to the decimation of our forests that we see the honey fungus as doing something vile. They are actually a great power of nature that deserve our respect. Interesting. Um, this Ace of Pentacles is a white truffle. I think this is the most expensive truffle in the world, and the largest one was found in Italy. It sold for like $62,000 or something. It's a big old truffle. And a few shavings was, I think, one of the ways that it's said or put here is a few shavings will set you back in a restaurant a couple $100. So I'm going to move on to a different deck. And I want to know, I'm going to use the La Santa Muerte Tarot. Ace, Two of Pentacles wanting to show up on the bottom of the deck. What I want to know is the outcome. The Magician. Okay, so you are maybe being gifted the ability to manifest, and not that I don't think that you were able to before. I mean, I do think you were able to before, but that you had these like this interference, this energetic interference, psychic interference, and you've been clearing that out. And it could be that like your distraction in relationships before, the drama of relationships, or relating to other people in a romantic sense, was really making it difficult for you to get yourself like into a position of security with the Ace of Pentacles at the heart of your reading. And so you're very quickly becoming able to do that. Magician, what else? Oh. Four of Swords, peace. You're prioritizing your peace. And the King of Wands. The King of Wands knows what he wants. He takes action. And in this placement here, he's pointing at the Magician. You want to be able to envision something and manifest it. You want to be able to, like, you don't want the distractions. You just want your path to be clear, clean, concise. King of Pentacles reverse. The Emperor. Oh my gosh. You're like, I'm not even gonna settle for this king status. No, I'm the Emperor. I'm the King of Kings. The number 4 might be significant to you. We also have like 3, 4, 5, 2, 3, 4, 5, like consecutive numbers. 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So those might be standing out to you in terms of confirmation of this message. The Emperor here can also tell me that you're not settling in any way, shape, or form. Like if somebody comes to you with a love offer, or they want to date you or be in your life, like they need to be an emperor. They need to give you this big freaking pentacle. They better be able to literally give you the world. Yeah, because you won't sacrifice your peace for anything else. And I think that's really, really amazing. Sometimes I feel like people can go a little overboard with it, but the Sagittarius that I'm tuning in with, I feel like you've been through it in love, and maybe you've been through it just in general, especially with the Council of Light reverse. Like you could be very highly sensitive or highly in tune, and any like drama or trauma could create like physiological effects. Like your mind can powerfully manifest, and you might be coming to a realization this month about how like aches or pains or illnesses have manifested in your body because of situations you've been through, or the way that you've been able to narrate those situations in your mind. So you're really this month taking the power of your mind and your energy, especially your fire, and putting it towards creating a peaceful life where you can feel like you can take actions that are not questioned by others or even yourself. And when you do encounter somebody in love, you want this person to be that as well. They need to know what they're doing. You don't want any more pages, even any more kings. You're like, I don't care. Also, though, the King of Pentacles reverse is telling me that somebody coming in to give you a big, like, tangible material offer is not going to be like the end all be all factor in connecting with a person in love. Like you're clearly what's the word, a multi-dimensional person. And so you can't just rely on somebody who is like really secure in the material. You need somebody who, again, the King of Kings, who knows all of the elements, who can be in his fire, in his water, in his air, and in his pentacles. And I feel like I was like, did I get all the four elements? And I feel like he needs to be able to use them all at any given time, just to like, just to be able to like understand the full breadth of your energy, because I'm getting that your energy like is also multidimensional. You're able to step into your divine feminine or masculine, although you might be a feminine who's in your masculine. So that might also be why you need like a king of kings, because you're a feminine in your masculine who might like emasculate like the men that you connect with if you're connecting with men. Or you could be, you know, like non-binary or something, and you need somebody who can understand a more open-minded point of view in terms of like gender identity. Yeah. Okay. Ooh, the Sun. These are beautiful cards. The Magician, the Sun, the King of Wands, the Emperor, all upright with the Four of Swords, and your King of Pentacles reversed. If you've been experiencing any financial setbacks in any way, I see that those are moving forward quite quickly and in such a way that you're able to see all the reasons why the setbacks occurred, because those reasons are you were gaining your gifts, you were healing your inner child, you're coming into your happiness. You had to learn how to take actions without questioning yourself, because you're being guided by the divine counsel of light. You are not alone. You have guides around you. They are helping you. That little inner voice, not your ego, right? That inner voice is telling you, here's how to manifest. And I feel like with the King of Wands here, your ego may have like taken over sometimes, and you were learning to discern what is my ego and what is like the little nudge from my guides. So you really needed your peace. You really needed to not have somebody else in your life to disturb your ego, because if you had like a Two of Cups connection with somebody, you would basically be taking actions to like manifest a life on their behalf, or to make sure that they've stayed in your life or something. And I feel like whoever you've met up until now, they just weren't for you. And so it was really messing with the manifestations of your full like purpose here on this planet. Woo! Leave it to Sagittarius to like make this a Queen of Wands reverse and a Hierophant to make this like cosmic wanted to come out too. Yeah. So this Queen of Wands reverse, she's your looking good, feeling good, smelling good card. She's your like ethereal, not ethereal. She's your 3D like giving intention to each little thing in the moment, like paying attention to smells and sounds. She's your sensory appreciation. What is the word that wants to come through? Sensual. Yeah, you've potentially again been like celibate in some way, shape, or form. Like you've sort of forgone any like sensuality in favor of the Hierophant, and he is the again the divine masculine. He's channeling divine energy into like the laws of the 3D of man and of the rational mind, which is difficult to do. It's also a process that induces bliss. In the Light Seer's Tarot, for example, the Hierophant is a guy who's sitting in an easy seat, and he's just laughing. He's just mirthful, and there's this stairway up into the next like dimension behind him. Here, is this a Ouija board? Yeah, this guy has a Ouija board. He's communing with the other side, which is kind of funny because he's already dead. So I don't know. There's this. Oh, and there's a dodecahedron here. There's like the platonic solids. Yeah, this guy holds the key of like the in between. He holds the keys to the in between. I'm hearing. You might be a very powerful medium, male or female. You might be like, yeah, extremely psychic. I feel like whoever I'm talking to is. And the Lovers is on the bottom of the deck. And with the Two of Cups reversed, yeah, I feel like you're extremely psychic, and you're your lover's connection right now, wow, that was crazy, is it's the divine. Okay, so what I want to ask is like the sun again. Okay, I was gonna say like, are you going to find love like someday? And I think so, because the sun is here twice. Wherever you're at, whatever you're doing, this is your happiness. It is creating happiness for you. And of course, the more happiness we manifest, the more we embody that vibration, the more it like is realized. You might be dealing with a Leo. You have the sun here twice and the King of Wands, Queen of Wands. You could be in some sort of like cosmic partnership or divine partnership where this is this is interesting, but you might have like I don't know how to say this, like a love connection with a disembodied um like divine entity. Like you, it's like whoever I'm talking to, it's like you don't even want physical connection in the 3D right now. You're too busy with this like super high energy. And a lot of the time I would say, it's important to ground so we don't lose touch with the earth. But I feel like you are grounding. I mean, you've got a lot of divine masculine energy. You've got pentacles, like the biggest pentacle, right? And you have the Hierophant, which is literally grounding divine energy. So you're bringing something through from the light, from the council of light to the earth plane. And I think it has to do with healing the divine masculine. You could be like a religious devotee of some sort. I'm almost getting like a monk or a nun. This is this is giving me the energy of, I think it was, it Athena's ladies who were like celibate and they dedicated themselves to war. And being celibate allowed them to like maintain their vital energy so that they could go to battle. And they were beasts. They were super strong, and some of them even cut off their left breast in order to be able to like keep their, I think, their bow on their chests or their sword on their chests, with less interference. I think it had something to do with archery though. Yeah, because it would not, it would get in the way. Yeah, that's so crazy. This is like super profound dedication to what it is that you stand for spiritually, mentally, and regarding the divine masculine. If you're a feminine or masculine, I guess it doesn't matter. You may have been exposed to extremely toxic love, and your response to this was to, you might be an activist. I don't know. It's like you become an activist or a spokesperson, and you're celibate. You've dedicated yourself to like creating a new narrative around love and around the role of the divine masculine in love. Like you may have been, trigger warning, like abused or controlled or like part of a cult or something that really brought you to a position of being like, I'm not engaging in that at all. And in fact, I'm going to like go out and talk about my experiences, or help people in my same who have dealt with my same experiences, and I'm going to like ground the energy of the light here on this plane, on this earthly plane. It's like you've stepped fully into your divine purpose. Is there anything here about like grounding in the 3D spirit, or like how do we sort of, I feel like this energy is so intense and so beautiful and so charged, and I also wonder where temperance is here, because you are the card of temperance, right? The Tower reversed, Justice, the Empress, Libra energy. You might be in some sort of legal battle right now with somebody, or you might be suing somebody who tried to like ruin you. If you're a powerful psychic or a medium, or you work in like spirituality or as a life coach somehow, somebody might have sued you, and you know divine justice is like is playing out in your favor. The Empress. So in terms of love, in a grounded 3D sense, you have Justice, the Empress, and the Emperor here. So you are manifesting like a divine counterpart if you want one in the 3D. It may be through the legal system, like say you have somebody sue you and you have to hire a lawyer. Maybe I don't know, in navigating that process you meet somebody. Um the divine is also saying that it is divine justice for you to be able to ground this emperor empress connection on the 3D earth plane. While you may be very much in your healing the divine masculine hierophant energy right now and it's making you super happy, the beauty of this is that when a connection comes in, it's going to be like the end all be all, like the one, right? And it could be by Libra season, as we have Libra here twice. Also, what's the opposite of Aries? Um, Aries. I have not had enough coffee for this. I can't remember right now what the opposite of Aries is. But like the sign that's directly opposite Aries, I should know this. Is it Libra? It could be Libra season. Let's see. Two of Pentacles. Yeah, things are coming into balance, and these energetic burdens are being relieved. And the compassion that you've cultivated for yourself and others in this situation, this is the Temperance. So there's not a lot of water here. There's a lot of fire and earth, and even some air. But I think this is your first water card. Whoa, yeah. Um, when you oh no, you have the Two of Cups, but that's reversed. You're like, I'm done with that. So when this connection does land or ground itself, you're gonna know who this is because of the compassion that like lights in you. I'm hearing like your heart's just gonna fill. It's gonna fill up with like this cool, clear, like beautiful. Um, oh, I'm hearing Ark of the Covenant. Somebody was telling me about a book called Covenant of Water. Maybe you're reading that, or maybe you're looking for a book to read. That's coming through. Also, the Queen of Cups with the Ark of the Covenant tells me what's the saying? You know the saying blood is thicker than water? I think the actual saying is the I'm sorry, I've had not enough coffee and I just woke up. What is it? It's something like the blood of the covenant. That's what it is. Oh. Basically, the meaning of the phrase is that those who we choose in terms of like a covenant, right? Those who we choose, those bonds are thicker than the ones made by blood. So the actual phrase that created the blood is thicker than water thing was it meant the opposite of how we use it today. So whoever you're choosing, like that bond is going to overrule any sort of like if you were dealing with like karmic inheritance, or genetic inheritance of trauma or something like that that was creating patterns in your love life. That's been the world completed, and you are starting anew with this Ace of Pentacles. So don't be afraid to love when it does come in, and certainly don't reject it. I mean, you can, it's your choice, but the divine is saying that this is like, when this connection comes in, it's like you've done the work, and you don't have to fear the same thing happening again. Okay, Sagittarius, that was your reading, your love reading for June. I'm going to pull one card from the Universal Truths deck, actually. Thanks for hanging in there with me. I'm not, again, like, I'm not fully awake. And I'm having a hard time summoning words, but thanks for being here. Oh, intuition. So nice. Yes, you are totally honing your intuition and like separating it from your ego. Oh my God, this is perfect. Okay, intuition is a gut feeling that teaches discernment. Our intuitive feelings show us who we can help and who we cannot. This assists us in being able to differentiate between what is important and what is trivial. I just want to say as a side note that learning in your relationships, like who you can help by being there for them and who you cannot, is one of the toughest lessons that we can go through, because you can really love somebody and realize that they're not able to help themselves and you're not able to help them either, and you have to leave them behind. That's really difficult. This assists us in being able to differentiate between what is important and what is trivial. We then wisely know when to be passive and when to be assertive. Ancient tribes used their intuition as a means of survival. Their intuition was their link to their unseen guides. What? Oh. Um, Intuition is a spiritual faculty guided by the connection that links us to the universal mysteries. It is our cosmic calculator and our karmic compass, cautioning us to be careful and not careless. Never argue with intuition, because angelic invisible protectors are constantly in our energy field trying to get our attention. Your guides are coming through in a big way. You have two cards that are saying you are not alone. Your guides are here. Your angelic protectors are here. Woo, I got chills. Intuition is our psychic intelligence paving the way for our protection. Whoa. All right, Sagittarius, that reading was amazing. Thank you for being here. I feel privileged to have like read this for you. That was incredible. I'll see you all next week. Bye.